Hey everybody, hope you guys are staying safe and practicing social distancing as we are. For the purposes of this video, I am not wearing a mask so you guys can hear me speak clearly. So the first one we're going to do is your injection medication preparation. In your needle bags, you guys will receive a Practi powder. You can just pop your top, fill one of your syringes up with water, then mix it together. So make sure when you're reconstituting any medication, you just roll it till all the powder is dissolved, and that's what you will use to draw up all of your meds. Alright, as always, you have to remember to always follow the 6 rights of medication administration. So the right drug, right dose, right time, right route, right client, and the right documentation. For video purposes, we will have a physician's order for you and a MAR. You can just verbalize that you have checked your MAR against the physician's order, but you will have one. If you want to actually do it in your video, that is okay too. So as always, you want to perform your hand hygiene and compare your orders, and then we start our first med check. All right, ready, Miss B?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Awesome.
Gee, yeah. So like she said, you're going to compare your orders. Hand hygiene.
So for our first med check, she is going to remove her med from the bag and then verify it against her MAR. Make sure you verbalize expiration date is good.
Okay, so I have ondansetron, 4 milligrams, Q4P hours for PRN for nausea and vomiting, Zofree, ondansetron, and my expiration date is good.
Then second med check. You have to select the correct needle and the correct syringe for this administration. And again, verbalize your expiration dates.
So on this, in your bag, you have your sub-Q needle, your insulin or your tuberculin needle, this is your insulin, and then your IM. And this is your IM. Okay, so this is an Am Ingestion. I've already looked at my med twice, and I've selected my IM needle. Where are we at?
You're on second med check. You've got your correct needle and syringe. So
Needle and syringe.
you've
my
got
medicine.
to clean the top of your vial with alcohol and then allow it to dry before inserting the needle into the vial. You may verbalize that you have allowed it to dry.
So I've allowed that to dry.
You're going to maintain your sterility as you open your needles and syringes from the package. So it is helpful to fold the wrapper back like a banana peel as you attach the syringe to the needle. Remember not to reach over your sterile fields and cross-contaminate. Carefully remove the cap from the needle with the cap facing upward or sideways to maintain that sterility. Be careful not to contaminate the needle or the cap. Insert the needle into the center of the vial.
And remember, just like on your PowerPoints, however much you're going to draw up, mine is 4 milligrams per 1 ml. So I'm going to insert 1 ml of air. I'm going to pick my vial up, get this where I can read it.
Be sure to get out all your air bubbles from the syringe and make sure that top line of the plunger is directly lined up with the dosage ordered.
So you may, here's my 1 right here. I'm going to draw up just a little bit more to give me some room to get rid of my air bubbles.
To get rid of your air bubbles, you can flick as Miss B is doing. So you flick it with your fingers, You can bang it on the side of your table, whatever you need to do to get your air bubbles out. In the event that you just can't get them out, you must stick your needle back into the vial and start over.
So then to recap,
You may recap the needle using the 1 scoop method.
see how I did that with one hand? Then I'm looking for air bubbles. Like she said, you can flick it, you may have to bang it. But I have no air bubbles.
You will repeat this, which is steps 4 through 9. So your second med check, cleaning the top, maintaining sterility as you open your needles and syringes, and drawing up your meds for all 3 medications. Again, get creative. I think this vial only holds 10 mLs, and that should be enough to get all 3 medications drawn up.
Let me show them these syringes. Can they see these real close? So when you're drawing up your units, you want to make sure, if I want 15 units, that plunger's right at 15. This will move around to swivel so you can look at it. And this one, your TB syringe, is in 0.1, 0.2 mLs. Same thing, top of the syringe needs to be at your line. What else do we need to tell them?
Once all of your medications have been drawn up with the correct needles, then you are going to do your 3rd and final med check. So you're going to verify your meds with the MAR again, one by one. And it is helpful to say them out loud in order to prevent an error. This is the last time that you can check your medications before the meds will enter the patient's body, and you can't take it back. You have to verbalize again that the expiration dates are good.
So here's my ondansetron, 4 milligrams, IM. Here's my ondansetron, and it's 4 milligrams per 1 ml, and my expiration date is good. And I'm going to make sure that I have 1 ml and I have no bubbles, and then it's good to go.
Once you have completed that, make sure you show us your syringe so that we can see you had no air bubbles and the correct amount in your video. So you may have to do a close-up shot of that. And then that is when you say you are done, and you can end your video right here for med administration. Okay, we'll come back with part 2.